Hey y'all, it's Lippy with Gemini Homestead. It's a damn muddy mess. I tried to go out to the pond. That didn't work. Even my mud tires on Mud and Mabel golf cart. It did not work. So I said, well, I'll just come back to this little bit of shade. This is where I just did that shorts video that I'm sure all of y'all are like dying laughing at this point. Y'all, I even laughed at my own self. But there is a reason for that funny shorts. You know, you got to balance. Laughter, sometimes we got to get serious. Or most of the time, Lippy just got to get something off her chest. So this gives me a platform to do that. I know one thing, y'all, I'm in short sleeves. This Louisiana girl is like a bear coming out of hibernation. It's like, spring is here. I can't sing worth a flip, but y'all get the gist. I'm a happy camper. May have something on my mind, but I'm still a happy camper. Now, see what the title said? Did you see the thumbnail? And what brought me to this title was this big old rear view mirror that I have on my golf cart. And in life, for me personally, I view my life through a rear view mirror. Because it gives me a mirror to my history. Things I'm proud of, things I'm not proud of, mistakes along the way, which, hey, I don't really call them mistakes, I call them lessons. Because majority of the time, we buy them lessons. Y'all know what I'm saying, people. So to me, it's like looking in the rear view mirror. So what I do today, when I look in that mirror tomorrow, am I going to have regret? I hope not. I'm sure that sometimes when we wake up and look in that mirror, we do. But once you get a certain age, you start looking back and you think, you know, this worked for me, but this didn't. So you tend to do less mistakes. You have failure along the way, but that's not because of bad choices. So we use my Ha Ha Funny shorts video. You know, we've had this land. See, we purchased it July the 29th of 2020. But he took possession August the 29th of 2020. I've been here 5 months. It's a blank slate. So you say, self, what's priority? The first week Buddy was here, he planted our fruit trees. Because that takes a while. Then we started on the dwelling, the home, on a budget, doing what we could. Not shadowing somebody else, because everybody's pocketbook is different. But we all can meet that same goal on a budget or unlimited funds. It's still what works within your budget. So we worked on ours. Then comes the storage building. Then comes the carport. Then comes the shop. The shop is being worked on still. We're running power to it. Because that's our future income. So priority is on that. So you have to prioritize. And we get a lot of questions. What are you going to plant? You going to build a garden? People, I know we got to eat. Everybody's got to eat. But you got to pick and choose your battles. And I was not going to put a garden ahead of my dwelling that needed an air condition, that needed windows. You see, each homestead is different. Some you walk in, you turn the key, you unpack, life is good. If you're blessed for it to already be a homestead and a farm, that's bank, y'all. That's bonus. But then you have, say, our situation. And I hope a lot of you can find this video and you can relate. You got a whole lot of things that need to be taken care of. It's up to you to prioritize. What is it going to be in that rear view mirror a year from the date that you made that decision? Regret? Mistakes? Because you jumped? Y'all, I'm not jumping to a garden. I'm going to have a few blue buckets. I'm going to a friend's house. I'm going to help them with their garden. And in return, we'll get some vegetables. Now, I'm not going to put 40 hours in. I got other stuff I got to do. But I'm finding an outsource to feed our family. I'm going to go to the farmers markets. Point being, I do not have to have the hoopla all at one time. And I'm afraid that you younger ones, and I don't mean just age, your younger gardeners, your younger people that's trying to get back to the basics, trying to start living off the land, meaning growing what you eat to the best of your ability. If it's, you know, banking on beef, banking on pork, banking on poultry, and you implement that as you have the funds to do so. So if you're starting this journey, I ask one thing: don't shadow, be yourself. Because when you start shadowing, you're not really seeing the mistakes that may be within that camera that may or may not be shared. Because there is mistakes, there's failure. It's like me, I fail, but I look in that rearview mirror and I don't have too many mistakes because it was intentional. So the worst thing you can do is shadow. Take advice. See it with your eyes. Look at your budget. Look at your property. Look at what you have available. And you do what best fits you. You let them do what best fits them. But don't take videos as the gospel. And I'm a creator. I suck at it, but I'm still putting it out there. Okay? I'm not going to blow smoke up your ass. You know? I just think that this is getting out of balance. There's a lot of good educators, young and old, out there. I follow. I learn something every day. But I make sure that tomorrow when I look in that mirror, oh my God, why did I do this? Why did I go and buy this? Or why did I go tear this down to build something else? Because I think it's going to be better for us, because it is for so-and-so. Not two eggs is the same. Nope. Not 2 cups of coffee is the same. But we're the same working towards the result. So if one's faster, one's slower, who cares? You're still getting to the results. So don't let yourself look at your bank account, look at your small space and say, well, one day, or well, maybe I can put this off and we'll invest in this and it's going to work for us. That's the biggest mistake you can make. Unless your home, your family, and your responsibilities are met first. Once those are met, get after it. The world is your oyster, if you will. So my ha-ha shorts video was simply to say that I cannot, at this time, build a garden, because I'm putting my infrastructure first. I am putting the horse ahead of the cart, not the other way around. And it's just been weighing heavy on me for the last few days, because it's spring and everybody's rejoicing. I'm rejoicing. I'm seeing things bloom. I'm seeing people plant, starting seeds. It's a feel good. I'm right there with you. It is a feel good, because I've been where they're at. 56 years of age. So I've been there. And it is a beautiful feeling, I'm going to tell you. But now I'm in a situation like a lot of y'all are. Starting over, I am. You may be just starting. Don't look in the mirror tomorrow and see a mistake you could have stopped. Because see, tomorrow's just borrowed. So how do you see it? So what I may see, I have to have. Do I have to have it? Or do I want it? So I'm going to plant in buckets. You heard me, in buckets. Buddy may till up a little bitty spot, because this is going to be our future garden where you saw those cones. But that's next year. But we're going to work with what we have. If you can get solar cups, and that's all you can get solar cups. You know, them red, yellow, whatever color you want. The generics work fine. Many experienced gardeners use them. Use what you have. You know, a friend of mine took a shoebox, just a shoebox, put her little soil in there, started her seeds in a shoebox. She probably paid dearly for the shoebox at the cost of things, but you see what I'm saying? She had an X amount to spend. She chose to get as much as she could within that budget. And growing like a crazy woman. So you see, if you can afford things, by all means, make your life easier. I guess it does. I don't know. I kind of garden with the basics. You know, anybody can look back. I've, been YouTubing 2 years? I guess it's called a creator. But my social media platform, my Facebook, since Facebook started, it tells who I am. So the ones that follow me on Facebook, you can look back at archives. I'm not a newbie at this, but I damn sure don't know it all. I promise you, every year's a learning curve. Every year. I learn something new every year, and you better, because when you stop learning, you're probably fixing to start pushing daisies. I'm just saying, don't get so arrogant and cocky that you know it all, because that's going to shine through and it's going to bite you in your ass is what it's going to do. So, I sit here and I look at this beautiful land, and I want to be an encouragement. I want y'all to know that you do not have to shadow. If you have a partner, they should be your shadow. But sometimes simplicity and getting back to the basics is really all you need. The others are just kind of wants. Because I'm going to tell you my ultimate dream, because right now it's a dream, it's not reality, is to finish that shop. Get a roof on the house now that we're in decent weather. Get porches built on the home. Then I move here. I have to put infrastructure up. We have wildlife. Crazy wildlife. We watch them every day. So I'm going to have to put a perimeter fence up. Then I got to lay ground cover. Yeah, you heard me. My boxes will be on ground cover. But he can have his, what they call hoeing gardens. That's what he likes. I'm going to recover my little 7x15 greenhouse. It blessed me many years, upwards of 3,000 plants. And I made decent because I sold my plants. So I will use it. I will one day move to a high tunnel. I have some really good friends, and I have learned a whole lot about a high tunnel. And that will be my ultimate goal. But I'm going to crawl before I walk to that. So what you see your future to be, don't look in that rear view mirror with regret. You map it out, you save, whatever you got to do, or get rid of bullshit. You may find hidden money there. And like I say, I'm strictly speaking to the ones that's probably sitting on their sofa or, or wherever it is, watching videos. We got to do this because it's going to work. How do you know it's going to work for you? Is there a guarantee that comes with that? No, it ain't. You hold your own deck of cards. You do it on your terms. What did I say at the beginning? You do you, I do me, they do they, and we can rejoice. Because no one step up or step back is better than the center person. I just said this a few weeks ago when it was about helping. So I guess this is a little residual of that. But I hope this answers some questions about why the garden will not go in. Because I'm crawling. I'm not walking there yet. But you young ones, if you dive off too deep in the ocean, let me be very clear. If you dive off too deep in the ocean and you start to drown, you're going to be like, oh, hell, gardening, this ain't worth it. I'm going to go to Walmart and buy my stuff. Look in that rear view mirror. Your answer's probably right here. I learn them every day. So if your dream is to really learn to garden, really to be, it's a big word being thrown out there, more self-sufficient, crawl, people, before you walk. Don't dive in the ocean where everybody else is swimming. You will drown. You will financially drown if you don't have the finances. You'll emotionally drown. And you're going to be very disappointed in yourself thinking you did something wrong when you didn't do anything wrong except you decided to be a shadow. Don't be a shadow. Be proud. Do y'all know what I'm starting my seeds in? The same damn cups I've had for 6 years. They got magic markers written on them, scratched out, written on them. I mean, they're just for me. But when I take that plant out, I take my time and wash it, dry it, put it in a tote. Now, are they tattered? Yes. Could they be replaced? Oh, hell yeah. But they're still working. Cut off a milk jug. Do you know you can get 20 minimum tomato plants in a milk jug? And then it's got the little handle. So I moved mine when I was acclimating it to the weather conditions. A milk jug. I cut some holes out the sides and set it in a damn old dollar store popcorn bowl. You know what I'm like? I mean, they're pinks and purples, and I call them popcorn bowls. I don't know what they're called. At the Dollar General. The milk jug was, well, it wasn't free because I had milk in it, but it was free when I got through with the milk. I got 20 plants out of that one milk jug. Point being, if you got it, spend it. But make sure you got it. Make sure your infrastructure, your home, your family, your children, or whoever's in that household is taken care of first. Go with the needs, not the wants. So that's why I did the little ha-ha video. I'm going back to the old Eden Garden. That ain't Eden Garden either. But it could be, couldn't it? But y'all think that don't happen? Do you know how many fish? I think I hear a deer, y'all. How many fish get dropped off in ponds? Yeah, what we call them, minnows. Do you know how many flowers and tomatoes and berries? Oh my God, berry bushes just everywhere. Do you think they just got planted by somebody 80 acres deep? No, a damn bird dropped the seed. Getting back to the basics. I'm looking at one of the prettiest cardinals right now. Beautiful cardinal. Y'all, I let nature speak to me. This is where Lippy's happy. You see, I can just be quiet and listen. Yeah, Lippy does get quiet. More times than what you think. I know that's a deer or something, because it's heavy-footed. You know, you can hear it. I don't know, I got my cameras over here on the trees. I saw 2 deer last night about 9:30, so heard the coyotes about 4 o'clock this morning. They were pretty close. I did my spotlight. I didn't see no eyes, so, but they were close enough that you could hear them bellowing. And of course, the water frogs, they're everywhere. That's a sign of spring. That's a sign of life. So, go get you some seeds. Dollar store sells them. They're $1 a pack. You gonna get 100% germination? No. You get 60 to 70. Hey, that's bonus for $1. Do it your way, on your terms.